That's right, in my neighborhood it's like that, homie. Mama raised the hood gangsta. Yeah. C-Roll. Oh yeah, and it don't stop, homie. You got Chino G, Big Oso, Big Jazz, Little Minor, homie.
Big boys in the building, that's it. So hit the panic button. Shorty broke, camponeros, so we into something. We specialize in devouring amongst our foes. So dot your Y's, cross your T's, cause we live it cold. We rhythm flows, we live it like an episode of lost times. Good fellas in the back of a bro. A 7-3 Chevrolet, perma down with no plates. We out the gutter, baby, this is what we have.
Up in my city, we be known for gang bang activity. Duct tape your face while we ride through the city. We some sick individuals, two striking criminals, fogging up the windows full of window when I take a pull. Hat up on my dome, I'll let you know that I'm from P-Town. Skull up on my hand until my death, I wear the king's crown. I ride around through my hood strap, rolling up on any bodies, cause the vibe always like that.
In my neighborhood it's like that. Jumping out on motherfuckers with a spike bag. In my neighborhood it's like that. Serve the custies like that with a nice sack. In my neighborhood it's like that. Blowing pones on against the rest tight track. In my neighborhood it's like that. I know you heard, motherfucker, that it's like that.
I live my life in the fast lane, 3-6 of cocaine, gang bang rituals, corners with the blood stain. We from the streets, but it's cold, motherfucker. We're real.
Hello everyone and welcome to Call of Juarez the Cartel, and I'm just going to press start before it goes into that introduction again. We don't want that, but it has been quite some time since I've actually made a walkthrough. I think the last being in January was Star Wars Battlefront, and I believe the Walking Dead Telltale series Season 1. I've been quite busy with the school and the college and those things, adult things. And I just really don't have time to really play as much as I want to or make videos as much as I want to. But now that I'm kind of freed up time back in the summer again, I'm just going to go ahead and start making these again. I believe last time I left off was Call of Juarez Bound in Blood, and my plan was to try getting all of some of my more favorite Western games, making walkthroughs before Red Dead Redemption 2 comes out this year. At least that was my plan, but of course Red Dead Redemption 2 got pushed back, so I kind of pushed back on that a bit. But I did decide to continue it up since Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming out definitely this year of 2018. So I will be doing, or at least trying to, I'm going to be trying to get this walkthrough done and Call of Juarez Gunslinger and Red Dead Redemption and its DLC Undead Nightmare before that game comes out. I don't think it's very likely I'll be able to get that done in time, but if it's a goal I want to give myself, and I kind of really like these games. Out of Call of Juarez, this one isn't really my favorite out of all of them, Gunslinger being my favorite personally, but it's still part of the series. In fact, this one I think is what a lot of people don't like out of all of them, but it's still an interesting concept to me to kind of take their Western theme and put up like a police and like a crime kind of spin on it, so it should be interesting to play through. I have played through it once already. As you'll see, I've played through once on easy mode with Ben McCall, the Ben McCall character, and I'm going to be doing a normal difficulty not walkthrough, more of a playthrough with the same character, Ben McCall. I'm not sure if I'm going to go ahead and play with the other characters just yet. I'm going to see kind of how long it takes me to get this walkthrough done, and I'll kind of decide then if I want to play with those characters. If I feel like I can with the amount of time, I might try to do those as well. I'm not sure yet. I do not have access to the Uplay content because it is unaccessible at the current moment with how old this game is. I think they just kind of gave hope on their servers for this game, which makes sense. If there's not a lot of activities, then why waste kind of like your time on it, which is fine. I think this is the only game they actually had Uplay connect to in terms of Call of Juarez anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Other than that, I kind of look forward to kind of getting back in the old grind of doing some of these videos again. I know I talked about it in some of my, my wrestling predictions and reactions videos, so I kind of want to keep to my word and try and do them. I have been dealing with some, recording issues and all that, so I'm just going to go ahead and apologize ahead of time. First off, I'll apologize for any noise my dog makes. He is sitting behind me. The cute little pupper he is. He still makes noise because he's just a cute little pupper. I do have some fans going on in my room. I test out the sound. I can't hear them usually, so I'm sorry if you do. By chance, I have 2 of them going on. It's the middle of summer, and it's hot, and I need that air. So I apologize for that. And finally, if you guys hear any, echoing, that's because I have my TV on so I can hear the game. Usually I'd hear it through my headset, but I have my headset and my laptop, which is where it's recording right now, and there's a delay, so it would mess me up when trying to talk, because it would give me that delay sound, and it messed me up playing wise, and I'd also hear myself on delay. So hearing myself, I just mess up my words like I just did there. So I don't want to do that, and you just hear me going jibber jabber the entire freaking game. So you don't want that. So if you guys hear a little echoing, just know it's for the sake of me being actually able to focus and speak correctly. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to a second ago. But yeah, that's pretty much all I need to really kind of address before we started this game. Like I said, we're just gonna go ahead and press a new game. It's taking a bit of time to load, ain't it? Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to get back into this. It's been a while since I've really recorded and just had a chance to talk with cousins.
Jesus Christ!
Language, sir.
Did you get on the right side of the road?
Nice to jump us in just in the random shit, just shooting cars and stuff. It's fine.
Oh my god!
Come on, you bastards! Ah.
Out of the way! LAPD!
Yeah! Po-po, 5-0, somebody called the po-po. I just repeated those lines like an idiot. Apologize. Take that. We're just jumping right into it. I kind of forgot that we had this little intro section if you started a new game. I just thought you got to choose your character, because that's what you get to do. You get to choose a character, I think. Forgot that you had this little section. Guess you only do that if you just press new game, so.
You still breathing, aren't you?
I mean, yes. Yeah, I think this game you can play co-op. The main campaign. Don't count my word for it. I'm pretty sure you can, though. I don't see why you couldn't. Unfortunately, I don't have buddies to play this with. They're all too busy playing like Fortnite shit, so I can't get into their Fortnite time. Don't want to do that. Don't want to be that friend. You want to play an old, like 2008 game?
Oh my god!
Yeah, they don't want to do that. Which is fine, I understand. Fortnite is the rave right now. Surprisingly enough, I'm not too much of a Fortnite guy. I'm just really not a multiplayer guy in general. I just like playing campaigns and main story stuff. Three weeks earlier. On July 4th, 2011, a Mexican drug cartel bombed the Los Angeles offices of the Drug Enforcement Administration. The Deputy Attorney General of the United States calls a meeting in response to this brazen attack.
Certain elements in Washington are pushing for a military intervention into Mexico, and much of the public is behind them on this. But the Mexican government claims that such an action would be tantamount to a declaration of war. So the president is between a rock and a hard place here. He doesn't want war with Mexico. But then again, 7 federal agents are dead, and that simply can't stand.
That's why this should be an FBI investigation. The DEA has compromised itself enough already.
FBI? We've been investigating the Mendoza cartel for over a year now.
Yeah, that's worked out well.
Enough. This interagency bullshit has got to stop. That's why I brought in Assistant Deputy Director Shane Dixon. She created this task force, and she'll be running it. Miss Dixon?
Agent Stone was investigating the sale of military weaponry to the Mendoza cartel in Juarez.
Why the hell wouldn't you tell us that?
Water under the bridge, Agent Guerra.
The Mendozas are a new player in Juarez. Not much is known about their leader, Juan Mendoza, but the scope of their operation is growing exponentially. Drugs, guns, gambling, prostitution. We've never seen a new cartel grab power so quickly.
Which is why we think they may have infiltrated one or more of our federal law enforcement agency. That bombing was no accident. They knew exactly where and when to strike.
And that's why neither the DEA nor the FBI are running this operation. We have a totally autonomous team.
Miss Dix and I have another meeting to get to. From this moment on, it's all up to you. Don't fuck it up.
Let me introduce everyone. Special Agent Eddie Guerra joined the DEA soon after completing his tour of duty in Operation Desert Storm. He holds the record for the single largest drug seizure in Southern California history. He's also the only DEA agent involved in the investigation who managed to survive the bombing. FBI Special Agent Kimberly Evans, the youngest agent ever to win the FBI Medal for Meritorious Achievement. She single-handedly apprehended a serial killer who had murdered 32 women and in the process saved the life of his last victim. I brought her into the task force because of her ties to Los Angeles criminal gangs connected to the cartel.
So you're in charge overall, but who's in charge on the street?
Detective Benjamin McCall. He's with LAPD's Robbery Homicide Division. A 30-year veteran, he is a 2-time winner of the Medal of Valor.
A homicide detective? With all due respect, ma'am, isn't this a little out of his jurisdiction?
Not at all. Stone's daughter Jessica contacted Detective McCall the day after the bombing and told him her father had been threatened just the day before. Which means we actually have a suspect and a witness. The suspect is Antonio Alvarez.
Why'd she take that to the LAPD? Why not come to us?
That's why.
That's right, Agent Guerra. They all served together in Vietnam. McCall knows them both.
So 2 became cops, and 1 became a crook.
Worse than that. He's an asshole.
Agent Evans, Agent Guerra, I'd like you to meet Detective McCall. You'll have whatever you need as far as resources. But in terms of manpower, you're on your own. No backup from federal agencies. We don't know who we can trust, so you'll only report to me. I'm going to hit the Mendoza cartel as hard as humanly possible. Find and arrest those responsible for that bombing, and protect the witness because without her, we don't have anything.
What if we find out the cartel has someone inside the FBI?
Or the DEA?
Well, then the hardliners will have a reason to send the military into Mexico, and let's pray that's not the case. Because if that happens, a lot of innocent people are going to get hurt.
We need to let the public know that any foreign asshat who comes after us in our own country will get lit up like a goddamn Christmas tree. If the tip pays off...
Damn right. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, now, like I said, we're gonna choose... Out of these, we get to choose out of these 3 different characters. Benjamin McCall, Kimberly Evans, and Eddie Guerra, as they were introduced to us in that last cutscene. And I will be choosing Ben McCall, specifically just because he's related to the other past characters. I don't know why their name escapes me. I know his first name is not Ben. What is wrong with me? I cannot remember the name for the life of me. What is wrong with me? But he's related to the last past characters of the games, Call Juarez games specifically. So we're going to play as him during this playthrough. And like I said, I don't know for certain if I'm going to go ahead and play as Kimberly Evans or Eddie Guerra as well, if I'm saying his name correctly, that is. That's really just all up for after I'm done with this playthrough specifically, and then we'll go on and we'll decide from there, or at least I will decide from there. But we're going to go ahead and watch each of these cutscenes and just kind of get a little bit more character development before we really get this game on the way. So let's watch his first, and I'll stop, cut him off.
If the tip pays off, you'll get the rest.
Lie to you, Ben.
Of course not.
Oh, you know how I feel about you, right?
Detective McCall?
Catch you later, Ben.
You bet. What can I do for you, sweetie?
My name's Jessica Stone. You knew my father. He died in that DEA bombing. He left a letter with his lawyer. It said if something happened to him, I should find you. That I could trust you. Is this funny to you?
Look, I'm sorry, but there's nothing I can do for you.
But you were his friend, right?
Right. A long, long time ago.
It's just that someone came to our house the day before he died and threatened him.
You should be telling this to the DEA, okay? This is way above my pay grade.
He said his name was Tony.
Who did?
The guy who threatened my father. I'm afraid, okay? The way he looked at me...
Let's go out to my car.
But can't we just...
Now! Stan, it's McCall. Listen, I need to get in touch with somebody in charge at the AGO. Yeah. I think I have a witness in the bombing case.
Now! Go!
Don't move! DEA!
On the ground!
DEA!
Spread them!
Don't move! Against the wall!
FBI!
FBI?
This is a DEA investigation.
Sorry, boys. I have a federal warrant for Dion Evans.
A federal warrant signed by who?
Someone who has a lot more juice than you.
This is bullshit.
It is what it is.
You want to end up like our brothers?
Fuck. Everybody ends up dead eventually.
Yeah, but not at 18.
So how come you never visit their graves?
Because it's too late for them. But you still have a chance. You get popped with this kind of weight, you going down for a dime, and not to juvie, but to fucking Folsom. Pull over. This is your chance to start over, baby bro. Get out of the life for good.
You wanna work for the powers that be? That's up to you, Kimmy. But in the end, they just gonna fuck you over. You know that as well as me.
All right. Now get out of here. Go. Go!
Hell no. You let me go now, and everybody's gonna think I'm a snitch.
Not when you tell them it was your sister who picked your ass up. I should have just locked him up. He's gonna get himself killed.
We're gonna need him, Agent Evans. Can't have him sitting in a prison.
I know.
I'll ask again, Agent Stone. Is the FBI running an undercover operation against the Mendoza cartel?
Not authorized to talk about any ongoing investigations.
So there is an investigation.
I'm not authorized.
Are you purposely trying to piss me off? Guerra, tell him what our agent in Juarez overheard.
A conversation between an FBI handler and a confidential informant working for the cartel.
Look, I don't know what your man thought he was listening to, but I can assure
2
you
days
he was
later, the
mistaken.
federales found our agent dead. 3 bullets in the back of the head. All his notes and recordings gone. So now, our entire investigation is back to square fucking one. I don't care if you're authorized or not. I want some fucking answers.
I gotta take this, boss.
Now?
Yeah, sorry, it's important.
Take it outside. A DEA agent is dead, and I think you know why.
That's bullshit. No way in hell is the FBI responsible for that agent's death.
Well, then who is?
Are you fucking loco? I told you not to call me at this number, eh? Now?
ask again, Agent Stone. Is the FBI running an undercover operation against the Mendoza Cartel?
And that's really suspicious for Guerra, not Guerra, like I've been saying his name wrong like a dumbass. But yeah, now that we've gone through each one of those introduction cutscenes, we got a little bit more context of the story. So let's go ahead and go right into this. Wait, first let me check that it's on medium, not easy. I played on easy the first time I played this for the sake of just playing the play. We're actually just going to play on normal difficulty, so
if the tip pays off,
let's go ahead and just jump right into it then.
Of course not.
Yeah, it's good to get back into this. I don't know, Garrett, that looked pretty suspicious, man. I can't remember the exact story to this game the last time I played it, so this is somewhat going to be a little bit new or just refreshing to me. And while I was watching those cutscenes, I muted myself so I could like check to see who that character I was talking about, and it was Ray McCall. Ray McCall. I kept looking through that going like, why can't I remember this name? But it was Ray, so now I remember it.
Christ!
What the hell, didn't we just play this part? I think I know what happened. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I think since I changed the difficulty to medium, it's like restarting as if it's the newest new game, which is fine, I guess. Whatever. I'll just skip the introduction cutscene once it's done.
If the tip.
All right, well, sorry about that, guys. Apparently, changing the difficulty made it apparently restart from the freaking beginning. So I don't know why it did that. Doesn't really matter, but we're back right here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and not change the difficulty and just choose a character to avoid that happening again. If it's on easy mode, it's on easy mode. Whatever. I'm just playing the play, so let's just jump into it.
I want to say goodbye to him. Please.
We can't take the risk, mija. It's too dangerous.
What do you remember from your father's conversation with Alvarez?
They were arguing. He was yelling about some $50 million deal. As soon as they saw me, they went silent. And then Alvarez started threatening him.
Was he intimidating or bribing him?
Either or. Gold or lead. Oro o la chingada.
What case was Stone working on exactly?
The cartel is buying military-grade weaponry, grenade launchers, anti-tank rockets, night vision goggles. Stone was trying to find their supplier.
For 50 mil, they can buy a fucking Abrams tank. Alvarez is probably the middleman. So you have no idea who the supplier is?
Nope.
Then the deal's probably already done, darling. Maybe not. Araña recently flooded the city with a shitload of new product, eh?
Araña? They moving out of East LA?
Up and out, chica. They distribute for the cartel. Maybe Mendoza's trying to make a little extra cash for that big weapons buy. I hear they're even selling their shit to the rolling 50s.
Well, if that's true, then maybe what we need to do is throw a wrench into the operation and fuck things up. If the major players get pissed enough, they might show themselves.
Hell, we might even find the pendejo who planted that goddamn bomb.
You okay, Jess?
Please, just let me say goodbye to him.
Stone was in the LAPD before he joined the Bureau. He had a lot of friends.
I want to be there.
Enough!
Where are you taking me?
Somewhere safe.
Are you staying with me?
You'll have protection. We need to go poke a stick in a spider's nest.
And I think I know just how.
Do tell.
The enemy of my enemy is my carnal.